right, welcome to Florida. Joel, how you doing, buddy?
Fantastic.
We've been traveling the country, Joel. We've been through the Midwest, we've been to the West Coast, through the Sun Belt, and now we're here on the East Coast again, down in Florida, where you're from, obviously. Florida seems to be an interesting animal.
Always has been.
Like, some people are, tourism still slightly coming back. It's not quite back yet. So tell us, how are things? How are you feeling? Are we putting in the right direction?
So MSPs across Florida are doing very strong, right? The numbers are definitely going down right now. The schools just reopened, but the MSPs are there to help. They're here no matter what. They're here day and night. They're helping the businesses stay alive. The negative is there's no one going to offices today. So they're all working from home offices. That's the hard part for some of the businesses. A lot of the restaurants are open, but they're doing takeout or curbside. That's really big in Florida, tons of it. Some of them are surviving on that, and some of them are not. Depends on how good of marketing you're doing, and how good of a technology is in your business. So that's really important.
Well, one thing's for sure, Disney World and Universal are open.
They are, with a lot of restrictions.
No, I get that, but I mean, Mickey Mouse doesn't like to stay closed.
I heard a friend of mine was there just the other day, and he said there's no lines, you just go in, and it's easy, but it's really, really strict. You gotta wash your hands a lot. They have stuff all over to keep everyone safe, and it's great. But things are beginning to open slowly. So, just like the basketball's all here in Florida, right? You have the basketball playing here in Disney.
They're in the bubble here in Disney, yeah?
In the bubble, so that's
awesome.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, we pretty restrictive on that front. So let me ask you this question, Joel. Since Channel Pro gets a pretty wide view of things, right? So what is the idea going through the rest of the year? Not just from the vendor side or the MSP side, but generally just technology innovation. Are you feeling like people are going to hold off on announcements going into 2022, 2021, or are they going to actually still launch stuff this year?
Oh no, people are launching. I mean, look at Mevoip on its own, right? You've launched all year long. Sock Solder just had an announcement. All the different vendors are announcing new things every single week. Actually more than ever before, because they're able to concentrate on just building that business and helping the MSP. So that's really, really exciting to see. The news is coming in day and night. I mean, we're getting tons of press releases. So that's really great to see. There's plenty of news on channelpronetwork.com. You'll see information about everything and every part of the business in the channel. The SMB channel is growing, it's strong. If you're not doing cloud and managed services, you're in trouble. You need to be in those spaces because that's where the market is today.
So from an industry M&A standpoint, I feel like this topic is like a roller coaster. It goes up, it goes down. I'm feeling like there's a lot of transactions in the mix right now. What are you hearing?
Business-wise, they're happening. We heard yesterday of something go down with one of the vendors that had something got purchased. It's happening every day. So there's going to be M&A. There's a lot of vendors that need to just continue to grow because they're growing. They're not losing money. They're not shrinking. They're still growing. Their business is still solid. So they're spending money on technology, on people that are in the cloud and in managed services that are able to help the MSPs and the end users grow their business.
Events. You do a lot of events at Channel Pro.
Yep.
There's a lot of industry events that never happened this year. They got shifted to virtual, right? So when did the events come back? Are we seeing it in 2021? Are we waiting till 2022? What's your gut feeling on it?
So events are a tricky situation, right? There's a lot of liability involved in events. So we all want to go back to events. We all want to come to a trade show. But if you walk into a hotel like I did today, like I walked into a hotel last night and went to a room, the hotels are empty. There's nobody there. There's nobody you can't find anyone. I've stayed in 3 or 4 hotels in the last 3 months, and every one of them was empty. There was, you could bowl down the lanes, right? Down the aisles. That's the challenge. Many people are just not ready to get out. It's not that we don't know how to get out or want to get out. It's just that it's too scary, because if you get the virus, you don't get rid of it. It's not so easy. So it's a little bit more cautious. The kids just went back to school. So if you have children in the college or school age, they're going to be now infecting others. So we're going to possibly see a hike again in the number of cases. Hopefully not. But if you watch the news, and not just the news, but if you see your communities and talk to your local politicians and you find out what's happening, being a managed service provider in each one of these towns, helping them manage the schools and the businesses and the politics and everything that are happening there, you're going to see the growth in the MSP world and the cloud. The cloud services are growing like crazy. So if you're not involved in it, you have to be. And will we get to a live event? Eventually. We don't know when. We'd love to say, yeah, we're going to go, but we all know that reality-wise, people are just not signing up for it. We've seen some live events around the country happen, and very few people show up live.
Yep.
They're just not coming. They can't. When everything's virtual. So you can do a hybrid and charge a lot of money and not have any results. So the virtual events are giving good results. They're giving a lot of results for the vendors and a lot of content for the MSPs. The Channel Pro SME forums are summits. We're doing one now every month, first week of the month, for the remainder of this year. So you can get onto those and see those. Will we do any live ones in 2021? We pray we can. But right now, with the way the situation is, there's nowhere to go. No one's going to have it. We have 2 locations booked for March and May.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Last question, and I asked, Dave Sobel, who's an interesting name in the industry.
We know Dave.
I've asked this question to Dave. This is the second time I've asked this question. I'm very curious to hear what your response is. What does a presidential election have to do on the impact of the IT community?
Wow, that's a question. That's a tough question to answer. It has a lot to do, but it also has nothing to do. At the same time, you have to have IT to run the industry. You have to run every small business, every business. So whether there's one president or another president in office, what you're looking for in the presidents are whether they can open up or not open up, or be more involved or not more involved in the businesses. There's also the relief. How much relief is the government going to give? Is the president going to be involved? Is there going to be more of a as is, or is it going to change? Those are the things we have to look at. I'm not political in any way. I don't like to talk about politics, but I'll tell you, it's going to be a rough few weeks until the election. And will it change? I don't know. I don't think it will change one way or another. I think it will be the same way technology-wise. The MSPs, the VARs, the IT consultants, the cloud solution providers, they're all going to be the same because they're going to continue to grow. They're going to continue to have the money coming in because you have to have them to run your business. If you want to stay in this world today, you got to be online. You got to be online and getting it together.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. We have 1 week left on the Channel Strong's tour. We're coming up the East Coast. If you can join us, great. Otherwise, please watch our content online. And we hope to bring you to a new city with new perspective and new interviews with MSPs in the trench trying to figure out how to dig out. Thanks for watching.